Right now, our export business is roughly 11% of our sales turnover, which is it's significant, but it's not very big. Our plan is to bring that up to at least 33% ideally, and perhaps even 50% of our total business. We have quadrupled our export business in the last 3 years, and so obviously it's been a meteoric rise, and we want to continue that growth path. And the way to do that is farmers are farmers all over the world, and they have the same needs and the same requirements. So when you start talking about 6 to 8 weeks shipping time, that just doesn't work when you need to supply a product or a part right away. So if you want to service those markets well, you need to have a local presence, and that was the impetus behind us taking this, which for us is a very great big step. Yes, this is exciting. That's a big step for Kinze. It's our first venture overseas. We have announced the opening of a assembly and manufacturing facility in Lithuania, which is just west of Russia on the Baltic. Our stated objective is to grow our international business to a much greater extent than what it is now. We've been exporting overseas for more than 25 years, and there's Kinze equipment in at least 35 countries that we know of. But we want to do it in a more organized fashion and grow that part of our business more. We quickly realized in order to do that well, plus we were running into capacity issues here, we needed more production facilities. And of course, after a long, exhaustive selection process, we found that to serve those particular markets, which is the Eastern European Corn Belt, Russia, the Ukraine, Bulgaria, Hungary, Romania, etc., we had to be much nearer to those markets so we could take care of those dealers and those farmers just like we do here by having parts availability and shipment availability, etc. So we made that announcement a couple, 3 weeks ago, I believe it was, and then next week, Wednesday, will be the official ribbon cutting of that facility over there, and the Prime Minister will be there, and John and Marsha Kinze will be there, and we're really looking forward to that. We will be in production there by the end of this calendar year, and we're really looking forward to that next step in our growth process, and it's a necessary step which really helps us to achieve our strategic objectives. What was interesting in our selection process, obviously you look at all the criteria, and we had several, and obviously the workforce, the integrity, the shipping facilities, availability of raw materials, all those normal things that you do, what you look at when you look at an overseas facility came into play. But the Lithuanian facility, there was a facility there that was just ready to move in for us, which shortened our timeline by at least 9 months, so we didn't have to build something. We had some great suppliers there that we could work with right away from an engineering point of view. And then also the culture fit was there. Lithuania is ideally located for the markets that we want to service. And we found the people very friendly, very educated, and very welcoming towards American companies. And it's just been a pleasure so far to deal with those people, and we can't wait to be there and actually be in operation. The Kinze way is for us to own everything we do and be kind of masters of our own destiny. So you would find that that's typically the way we do things. We like to have our Kinze name on everything we do. We are as vertically integrated as we can be. For instance, you will see today that we manufacture our own hydraulic cylinders. As far as we know, we're probably the only planter manufacturer that does that. And that's a typical Kinze trait. If we can't find the quality or the supply line that we're comfortable with, we'll do it ourselves. And it's a very typical Kinze attribute, and that's just how we operate.